Welcome to Mahjong Central. My name is Michelle. I'm going to do some random pulls for Hong Kong style. This is using Hong Kong old style scoring. I think this is probably the easiest version of Mahjong to play. So if you're new to the game, this is a great way to get started. There's a link below the video to the lesson playlist. I have all my tiles out and they've been mixed. I'm going to do 4 random pulls starting with east round. So we'll do a round for east, south, west, and north. And then I'm going to roll the dice just to see which seat wind I'm going to be for that random pull. So the first one, I rolled a 3, so I'm going to be west. So I'll just put up a 3 so that I remember which seat wind I'm in. So I'm west and it's east round. Let's see what we have to work with for this first random pull. I am non-dealer, so I'm only going to take 13 tiles. Okay. So this is what we're going to work with this time. I do have 2 flowers, including my seat wind, a number 3. So we have a fawn already. Let's just say for these random pulls, we need a 2 fawn minimum. So there's one of my fawn. We need another fawn. Oh, look, there it is. I have a pair of dragons. If I pung this, that's a fawn all by itself. It doesn't even matter what I have in my hand. But in this case, I have 2 other pair and another dot. Oh my gosh, and I have a pair of souths. Oh wow, this is going to be a really great hand. I have 1 offsuit tile, the 6 bam. I would throw that. Pung, 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 pair. Any one of these could be the pair. This south is not the seat wind for west. I need a west to get score. So I won't get any score for this as a pung tile, but this, if I punged it, is going to help me get to a half flush, which is 1 suit with honors. So let's say that I played all pung, half flush, pung of dragons, and my own flower. That would be 3, 6, 7, 8. This would be an 8 fawn hand. 3 fawn for half flush. 3 fawn for all pung, a fawn for the dragon, pung, and a fawn for the flower. So that's 8 fawn. That is a sweet hand right there. Okay. Oh, you know what? We got to do that again because I didn't get a replacement. Let's see, 4, 4. We need replacement tiles. Okay, I drew another flower. There, east and red. Okay, that's good. Now, we have a flower, which is the seat wind. This is 2 and 4. Those are not going to help. But that one, we get a fawn for that. Then the rest of the tiles, we have a potential pone, potential pone, potential pone, potential pone. 1, 2, 3, 4. All we need is a pair to get ready. So we would pung each one of these. So that would result in a half flush, which is 3 fawn, all pung, which is 3 fawn, a pung of dragons, hopefully, which is a fawn, plus the flower. So it would be 3 fawn for half flush, 3 fawn for all pun, that's 6. A fawn for the dragon, that's 7. And the flower, that would be 8. This would be an 8 fawn hand. So you would think, well, why not do chows? 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That would drive the score down by 3 fawn. Pungs are more valuable than chows. So I would rather, if I can, pung instead of chow with these. Okay, now let's move to south round. and I'll roll. I rolled a 10, which is south. So I'll put up a 2. So we're on south round and it's south seat. Okay, we're non-dealer again. So I'm going to take 13 tiles. Ooh, seat flower, we get a fawn for that. So remember, we need to have a 2 fawn minimum. So we have to find score. We need another fawn somewhere in order to qualify to win. And the problem here is we have mixed suits. Anytime you have mixed suits, that's going to drive your score down unless it's an all pung hand. And in this case, we have only 1 pair. So here's what I would do to find that other fawn. I would hold the 2 cracks, go for half flush. If I paired up, I'd switch to all pung and get rid of these first. Probably get rid of the dots first, just in case I drew in cracks. If I can build around this multiple, this pair, I might be better off. So that's what I would do. I would throw these dots away first. Oh, you know what? We need a replacement. Oh, 5 bam. Nice. Okay, now we have 2 pair. I think I would try for all pung. All pung is 3 fawn. Plus the flower, that would be a 4 fawn hand. So this would be a qualifier. All we need to do is draw in more pairs, in which case it doesn't matter what suit you have. All pung is 3 fawn, regardless of suits. It'd be nice if I could pair up that south, because I could get a fawn for that too. If you get a pung of your own seat wind, then you get a fawn for that. So I would try for all pung here, or maybe switch to half flush, or play half flush and maybe go to all pung. So I'd hold this first, get rid of these, because we can split these up into chows. A half flush is 3 fawn. So this would be a wait and see situation. We'd have to see how the drawing goes. If we drew in bams and honors, half flush. If we drew in pairs, all pung. Either way, that's 3 fawn. If you would do something different, let me know. We are now on West Round, and we are in seat 5, which is East. So this time, we're going to get 14 tiles. Okay. All right, we got enough. So we have a flower. That's a 4 flower. We're seat 1. That doesn't count. Don't feel bad though, because if you're playing with 4 people and you get somebody else's flower, you just basically take that score away from them. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, now we have to find 2 fawn. 2 fawn. We've got 4 dots. We have 2 cracks and 3 bams. Since we have mostly dots, I would go for a half flush using dots. So you might think, well, why not use these chow tiles? 1, 2, 3. If we did all chows, that's a 1 fawn. 1 fawn. Yes, we could chow, 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 but we need a fawn somewhere else. I suppose if we paired up one of the dragons, a pung of dragons is a fawn all by itself. That would be one fawn, plus all chow would be a fawn, which would equal 2 fawn. So that is a possibility. But if we went for all chows, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 discards, because we would chow, chow, chow. We would need a pung in here plus a pair. So that would leave 4 discards for a 2 fawn hand. But if we instead held dots and every honor we can get, that would be a half flush, which is 3 fawn. And then if we paired up either of the dragons and pung it, that's a 4 fawn. So then that would give us 5 discards, 1 extra discard to go for a higher point hand. That's what I would do. I would play half flush. 5 discards is a stretch though, so we would have to draw well and hold every dot. We could even chow and still get score for half flush. So we could chow these 2 with a 3 dot, or chow this one, doesn't matter, either one, and then hope to pair up or pair up in here to help make sets. So that would be my plan. Let's see, did we take a replacement tile? Yes, we did. We have enough. 4, 4, 5. No, we're east. I forgot to take a replacement. There's another flower. Oh my gosh, north. That's not our seat win though, but that can help us get to a half flush. That's even better. Because now we start the game by discarding, let's say, the 9 crack. Doesn't really matter which. So we throw away the 9 crack and we have 4 discards, which is equal to what we had if we went for all chow. And this is a higher scoring hand. So we could potentially chow, pung, and then we would need to pair up in here in order to create a few more sets. But I would totally still go for a half flush. And these are both number 4 flower, so we don't get score for those. Okay, we'll do the last one now. We're on north round, and we're going to be seated at 9, which is also east. So north round, east seat. Oh look, here's a bunch of tiles all in a row. Let's take these. 4, 4, 6. There's our tiles. Okay. Let's see what we have on this last random pull. No flowers. So we're going to have to figure out where our fawn are going to be. We only have 3 cracks, and that is a chow. But that's not helpful because we need 2 fawns somewhere. We gotta have 2 fawns somewhere. We have mostly bams by 1 tile. This is going to be a long road to haul here. All right. Right now, since we have no flowers, we get a fawn for that. What if we went with all chows? Here's a chow, potential chow. There's a chow, potential chow. All we need is a pair. So that would be a 2 fawn hand. We would definitely qualify to win. It's low score, but if we do it as quickly as possible, we might squeak out a win. The thing is, if we draw a flower, regardless of which flower it is, we lose that fawn and we have to start over and try to find another fawn. So if you go for all chows, that's 1 fawn. If there's a point minimum, keep that in mind. If we draw a flower, that's a problem. we would have to hope for our own flower in order to really feel comfortable with an all-chow hand with a 2 fawn minimum. Would you go for a half flush and throw all these away? 7 discards. I kind of thought a half flush with bams because we have 1 more than we do dots, even though we have a pair. Which would you do? Would you play a chow hand, or would you shoot for half flush? I think in this case, all chows, no flowers. Win as quickly as possible and get it over with and go to the next hand. If the flower came in, hope for our own seat flower thereafter to make up for that lost fawn. If you play this game, do you play with a fawn minimum? If so, what is the minimum? 2 or 4? Usually when I play with friends, we have like a 4 fawn minimum. So you have to find 4 fawns somewhere in order to qualify to win. So you got to stack those combinations to make up 4 fawn. I'd love to know how you play. Some people play with no minimum. You can play with a chicken hand, which is 0 fawn. Could you imagine playing 13 orphans, which is 10 fawn? Let me see. I forget. 10 fawn. Could you imagine playing 13 orphans and someone slaps out a chicken hand? That would be really aggravating. That's one reason why we put out a fawn minimum, to keep people from playing chicken hands. I'd love to know how you do it. If you haven't learned how to play yet, click that playlist down below. It really is a lot of fun, and it's very flexible. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click subscribe. Once you click subscribe, you'll see a bell. Click that bell, because then you'll get notification when I post new videos. That way you can maybe learn a new style of Mahjong, or maybe pick up a strategy that can give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next random pulls for Hong Kong Mahjong, may all your picks be keepers.